So now that you have an idea of what books that you want to get and you've chosen an LCS, let me show you how to set up your pull box or a pull list. For those of you that don't know, LCS stands for Local Comic Book Shop. There are two different ways to make a pull box or a pull list at your local LCS. And the first one is at your local LCS, they'll give you a sheet of paper. Sometimes they have a bunch of boxes on them and you can just check off what books that you want to get. Or the second way is through an app. So I'm going to be walking you through the steps of League of Comic Geeks. First, if you haven't picked up the preview magazines for the coming months, pick them up because they come in handy and they're free. Or we can just use the app to find out what we want. I just want to stress that this is not going to work if your LCS is not using this app. So make sure that they're using League of Comic Geeks, because then you'll just have an app to catalog your comic books. But that's fine too. Alrighty, let's get this started. This is what the app is going to look like in the Apple Store. It may look a little different with an Android or function different on a computer. Once you have downloaded the app and created a profile, the app will look something like this. I'll go into further detail about all the features in a later video if needed, but for right now, let's get your pull list started. Alright, so tap on the calendar down at the bottom of the app. The next screen should look something like this. Tap on New Comics. Once you do that, it will take you to the new current week of books available. But to be on the safe side, go to the next month to start putting books on your list. The reason behind this is something called FOC, Final Order Cutoff. For example, if you go to ASM 61, after a brief description of that book, look at FOC date. That date is the absolute last day you can order a book. But no worries, if it's any Spidey book, it'll be on the shelf. However, going forward, if you are on the fence about keeping a title, make sure you remove before that date or it will still get pulled. Just a heads up so you don't forget, and I will show you how to do that as well. Alrighty, we're getting to the good stuff to actually add your book to your pull list. Look under the cover art of the book and you'll see a bunch of stars, then some icons. Tap anywhere on the icons. Then this page will come up to pull your book and do other things. So this is what I do. I tap pull it, then I tap subscribe and pull series. This will pull every book of that title when it comes out to be waiting for you at your LCS. If you don't want to pull a book anymore, simply tap unsubscribe from series. But remember to do this before the FOC date. Last but not least, this is how your LCS is going to know what books to pull for you. So go back to your home page where your username is at. Once you're there, scroll down all the way to the bottom to add your LCS. Then type in your LCS of your choice. But again, remember to ask if they use this app to save you some time and trouble. Give yourself a big pat on the back because you just added a book to your pull list. But remember, don't go overboard because it's very easy to go overboard with this app. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll try to answer them best of my ability. Until next time, read your comics.
Go away! Read some books!